Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So this week I grabbed my Mom Vibe sticker book. It is one of my favorites, except I do struggle with it. You'll see later in the video. And I just love the color scheme. I love the purples and the pinks and the navy blues. So I did go ahead and pull this, and I also pulled some of my Zig markers that kind of match. The pink is a little bright, but I thought I would go with it. But otherwise, the colors are pretty close, and I do have 2 copies of that sticker book. I have some navy blue numbers left from last week. These images that I printed and cut on my Cricut, they're from Planning with Bumble, her Archer and Olive line. And then I have just some purple scrapbook paper. So let's go ahead and jump in. I had been looking at some old layouts and decided that I would put my scrapbook paper across the middle and the boxes on the top. But the first thing that I'm going to do is get those numbers down. However, the numbers are not big enough to cover up the days of the week. So I'm going to go ahead and get some washi tape down just to cover up those days of the week. It is partially see-through, of course, so I am going to use my whiteout to white out those days of the week before I put my washi tape down. And my original plan was to make the edges of the washi tape straight, and I grabbed my ruler, which has a cork backing on it so it doesn't sit flush with the table or my paper. So I failed, and I tried again and failed again. So I did decide to just leave those edges rough after I messed up the second time around. I just didn't feel like getting out my control knife to make those straight. So I did just go ahead and live with the fact that those edges were ripped. I usually like the ripped edges, so I'm not really sure why I was trying to go for straight anyway. So I did just let it go. And then after I get this washi tape down, I do go ahead and put my number stickers down over top. And I just used the grid of the washi tape to line up my number stickers. I didn't over obsess about making sure the numbers were straight. I just tried to make sure that they were across the same line on the grid and that it was centered as much as possible over the numbers. I have been enjoying the navy blue touches that I have put in my planner recently. So even though there isn't a lot of navy blue in sticker books and whatnot, I do think that I will probably print more navy blue things and cut it out with my Cricut, just because I like that it's dark and it grounds the page, but it is a little different than black, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get this scrapbook paper ripped and put down across the middle. I thought about making it more like a wavy edge, but I just didn't feel like messing with it tonight. So I am just going to try to rip that paper so that it's the same height. And then I will cut it down so that it just fits between the lines. I will mark it with my pencil, and then I will grab my Fiskars paper trimmer. This is the one that I like when I need to be precise with where my line is cutting. It has a metal guide wire, and so it's easier to line up my pencil marks and make sure that I'm cutting exactly where I want to cut. It's a little hard to show on camera. The metal line is really hard to see on camera, but it does make it easier to get that straight line, and not straight line, but the line where you want it. I did also grab my Tombow mono adhesive tape and glue these down. Sometimes I do grab my big tape gun, but that one was closer today, so I went ahead and grabbed my Tombow mono adhesive runner. And then I will put these stickers down on some washi tape just to make sure I like the way they look before I put them down on my paper. And I love these boxes because there's only room for 4 things, but If I need to be a little more descriptive, I can write smaller and fit 2 lines for one box, but still there's only 4 things that you can put on each day. So I will be using these boxes for my spring tasks that I've been working through. We did get a new roof this week, so that is done. However, I do need to get my garden in now and plant the rest of my flowers. I didn't want to take the chance of them getting damaged when they were doing our roof, so I did hold off on that. But that is definitely on the plate for this week. I'm guessing Monday since I'm off. But it's a light week this week after having such a crazy week last week. Things do get a little crazy starting the 1st again, but we kind of have a reprieve this weekend and Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of the week that you're looking at now. And even though I have a plan for what I want to do across the middle of the page, I do like to try to get my sidebar complete. Almost always, that's the first thing that I do. So I do put this box down for my meal plans. I will be out of town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the week that we're looking at, but I will need to pack my food. So I decided to put a meal plan box down for my family and a meal plan box down for myself. So that way I know what I need to prepare and or pack for the weekend. But with my kids being home from school and off, it is important that I also have food at our house. And now that I am sure that I want these boxes across the middle, I am going to go ahead and put those down. And then I'm also going to use these little stickers to denote when my daughter has softball games. They kind of look like home plates to me, so that's why I've been using them a lot for denoting softball games. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of these down across the page. Even though I probably won't get any items done on Saturday because I will be out of town, I did go ahead and put a sticker in. Maybe I can talk some family members into getting some spring projects done while I'm gone. And I should have done this part while these stickers were on the sticker paper or while I had them on the wax paper, but I did want to color in the outline. That's one of the reasons why I like these stickers, because you can personalize them how you want. So I am just going to use a couple different colors of markers and color these stickers in. I will be consistent and keep this like off-white color as the clippy part of the clipboard, but I will go ahead and color these in. I'm just going to use the light blue, the dark blue, and the pink. I thought that bringing in a little bit of the bright pink would help pull things together. Those other colors are just very, very light. Other than that purple that I put down for the scrapbook paper, I feel like everything is pretty light. So I wanted to bring in a bright color. I am going to want to cover up some more of that purple scrapbook paper just so that it's not so in your face. So I am going to start by putting a little cluster on Saturday, and it'll go into Sunday a little bit. But this first sticker that I put down, it says, "Live for the moments you can't put into words." And then I'm just flipping through trying to find other things that I'd like to use. And so I grabbed this other sticker that says, "Life is better when you're laughing." And since I will be away with my bestie for the weekend, I thought that was perfect. And then I wanted to fill in that gap on like later Saturday, Sunday, that it kind of made an L, and I felt like something needed to go right there in that open spot. So I did grab these honeycomb stickers, and I thought I could just write like little words or little things that reminded me what we did while we were away for the weekend. Maybe where we went, maybe where we had dinner, whether we had a campfire, just little memories even though I don't really use my planner for memory keeping, I do like to fill it before the end of the week. So I would like to maybe put some words that reminded me of the weekend. So now we're to the problem I have with the Mom Vibe sticker book. There aren't a lot of images that aren't quotes, or like there's no flowers, there's no like imagery in the book. And if you've watched my videos, you know I love florals. So I was able to find a floral scheme that matched the Mom Vibe sticker book in the Flower Power sticker book. So I did go ahead and grab this. I did not like the white border around the stickers this week because I did want to layer them on the purple scrapbook paper. So I am cutting this out of the video, but I do trim all of these stickers so that there isn't as much of a white border. I didn't do the perfect job of cutting them out. I just rough fussy cutted them and moved on, but I liked it much better without the thick white border around them. I am going to continue to layer some of these banner stickers in. This one says heck yes. And I'm also trying to balance out the colors as I do this. So I try not to put navy blue next to navy blue or navy blue on top of a navy blue flower. So that is my goal. And I'm also, again, trying to fill in some of the purple on the scrapbook paper. It's just a little too in your face for me. I have learned that if I don't like my weekly spreads, that I will end up not using it. I'll find some other way to keep track of my tasks for the week instead of using my planner. So my end goal is always to like what I'm looking at. I know that is the goal for most people. And some weeks it probably would be better to just be all functional and not do a design at all, because when I don't like the design that I put in, I really struggle to use my planner that week. So my goal is always to make it usable for me. And part of that this week is covering up more of that purple section. It does not look as in your face as it does on screen. It just seems so dark and so weighty on the screen, but looking at it in person, it doesn't look so bad. It's just, I don't know if it's because it's lighter or it's the tone of the purple, but I do really like it. Now you see me cutting down this floral a little bit. I did not trim off the white here because I actually like the border on this area. It kind of makes a border around it and where the lines are. So I kept the border on here, but I did layer it so that it went all the way down the page and I only had to use one sticker. So I did like that. And I wanted to pull some more of those little home plate like stickers over to the sidebar. So I did go ahead and put some of those down so that I could note my errands for the week. And I just picked random colors that went with the spread, but all of them would go with the spread. I didn't really want to bring in more of that orange color. I thought there was enough of that orangey color in my flowers. The next thing I'm going to do is get some lines down. I'm just going to put 9 lines down, and I'm using my 5mm stencil. I wish I had gotten the bigger stencil, but that is on my next list of things to purchase. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So I'm just going to keep filling in some of these empty spots with some florals and some quotes. I really like these banner stickers. They're really good at filling in spots. The only downfall is I wish that some of them were cut out the other way. I wish that they didn't all have the cutout on the right side. So the pink one said happiness. This navy blue one says hello. Let's see. One says heck yes. One says don't wait. I think, and one says great day. So I like all of them. And like I said, The purple here still looks a little bit in your face, but it isn't in person, so I'm really enjoying it. But this is my spread for the week. I hope that everyone had a great May and you're excited for June. I know that I'm excited. This will be our first week of summer break, and the kids need a break big time, and I need a break from getting my son out of bed every morning. So I hope that everyone has something to look forward to this week. Everyone have a wonderful week and a start to your June, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!